And welcome everybody to the Jim Masters Show Live. I am your host, Jim Masters. Hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you're in the mood for some great conversation, music, and so much more. This is the Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series that we created some 20 weeks ago, and we do it every single night live. Did I sign up for every single night? I mean, what? Yeah, every single night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, Facebook at Jim Masters TV, Periscope and Twitch as well at Jim Masters TV. So we reach a global audience. It's a fun, light, interactive, very viewer-centric Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. And as you guys know, I do this work professionally as a television and radio personality, presenter, host, journalist, actor, writer, producer, voiceover artist, narrator. Been doing this kind of work for years. So we built the home studio here. We got all the TV lights and all of the stuff from the career, brought it into the house, and launched this show. And we are on over 142 episodes, I believe, night after night after night. We've done pop-up shows, done all kinds of fun things on location, great guests from Broadway, Hollywood, television, music, science, sports, culinary arts, inspiration, health and wellness, and so much more. And we're bringing back the lost art of conversation. We're all spiffy. I know you guys love when I bring out these jackets out of the walk-in closet. This is one of the jackets I've worn at MGM as one of their MCs and hosts for various special events and concerts, things of that nature. Plus, as you know, today is my birthday, so we happen to have the birthday happening and coinciding with our absolutely amazing guests. These are music legends, voices of classic soul. We're talking about Joe Coleman and Joe Blunt and Theo Peoples. You combine them and you have decades and decades of extraordinary music that has touched the soul, moved the heart, and just impacted so many lives and still does today. And they're going to join us in just a second, and we're very honored and pleased to have them here. They're great guys. They love what they do. They're very people-oriented, and they're just amazing on stage. And the fact that the three of them came together to create Voices of Classic Soul is amazing, because you're taking Temptations, Platters, Four Tops, Drifters, and blending it into the incredible sound of Voices of Classic Soul. So it really is something special, and I'm so honored to have them here as my special guests here on the program. First, we do a couple of things as part of the tradition of our welcome here. We toast everybody that's watching, toast you and you and you and you. Welcome from all around the world. This was one of the birthday gifts, came from one of our viewers and dear friend, Kathleen Walker. And you can see it in there real close. It is my New York Mets. Got the logo. It's their official wine glass. And this was one of the birthday gifts that came in. And I thank Kathleen once again for this beautiful gift. Very, very tasteful gift to have on the birthday. So we thank you very much. It's so wonderful when we get a chance to chat with all of you from around the world as well. And we're going to welcome our guests in just a second. They are there, poised, ready to go. We are very viewer-centric, so we welcome our guests here, and we welcome our viewers. Take a couple of viewer comments here from all around the world. Happy birthday, my dear Jim. Thank you very much, Willie, who's watching in the Netherlands at 1 a.m. It's 7 p.m., just after 7 p.m. here on the East Coast. This show is out of the New York City area. I'm on the southern New England coast between New York and Boston. That's where we generate this show here in the United States from. Good to see you, Willie. Thank you. You're watching on YouTube. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Christine Clifton watching in North Carolina. Happy birthday to you, Jim. Looking forward to celebrating your birthday together with the legendary Voices of Classic Soul. A super exciting evening ahead. Absolutely. Irish 43 is here. Happy birthday, Jim Masters. I hope you're having a great day. We sure are. Thanks for watching on the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Bernadette Vidal, happy birthday, Jim. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And of course, our word levity. The show is all about light, levity, and love. And I fouled up one day and I combined love and levity and came up with the word levity. Now, everybody that watches considers themselves levity. They call this Levity Hall, all positive vibes. And I love that. And then, of course, our guests sort of get inducted into Levity Hall here as well. Ernestine Webb in North Carolina. Hi, Jim. Happy birthday. Hope you had a fun day. Hello to all the lovelies. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Mary Bishop, welcome everyone. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Willie, in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, in Canada, Merlin Freiberg. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Jim. Welcome all the lovelies. Kathy Short as well. Happy birthday, Jim. Good evening, lovelies from Cleveland, from South Africa. Our wonderful friend Juanita, who watches every single night. Love that picture of her and her beautiful daughter. Welcome in South Africa, Juanita. It's so great to have you here once again. I know you really enjoy our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. Our dear friend Dreama Denver watching on YouTube. Hello, Dreama. We love having you here. Happy birthday, Jim. So excited to see my friends Joe, and Theo. What a celebration for you. And to top it off, Dreamer, of course, we have Gilligan here, Bob Denver. Aloha, Jim, Dreama Denver. Thank you once again for this beautiful gift, Dreama. We love it. Goes so well with the George Burns and the other cast of characters. You had said I was missing something from the set, so you sent me this gift of Gilligan, which I still love and all the viewers love. Love you, Dreama. Thank you for being with us tonight. And Renee is watching in Iowa. Happy birthday, Jim. Hi to all my lovely family. Thank you very much. Cake coming from Holland with Willie. Renee Katz, the cabaret star. Happy birthday and greetings from the inner Kip of Flushing, Queens, New York. It's good to see you, Renee. Thanks for joining us on the birthday show and with our phenomenal guests, the Voices of Classic Soul are here. Happy birthday, Jim. Hi to all the lovelies. Marilyn watching in Wichita, Kansas. Thanks for watching as well, Marilyn. We love having you here every night. All the lovelies. Jennifer Barry's here. Happy birthday. You're dancing. That's great. Happy birthday, lovely. Salute and slancha. Thank you very much. Kathleen Walker, happy birthday to you. Thank you, Kathleen. Thanks again for that New York Mets wine glass. I love it. Really, really cool. And I appreciate that. You're watching in New York City. Bernadette, looking sharp. Thank you very much. Avril Britton, watching in Hampshire. And the United Kingdom and England, watches our show every night. Happy birthday. May the Lord bless you and keep you, Jim, to see many, many, many more birthdays. Whoop, whoop. Avril, what a beautiful toast. I really appreciate that. The beautiful birthday wishes. Very nice and kind of you to say that. Thank you so much. And to all our friends there in the United Kingdom. Linda Odell watching in St. Augustine, Florida. Welcome. Good to see you as well, Linda. And your meeting is done. Time for Jim's birthday. So you rushed your meeting. Christine Fairwood in Connecticut. Thanks for doing that. You probably told everybody, I got to wrap. I got to be there for Voices of Classic Soul and Jim's birthday. Awesome. We love you, Christine. And Ann Wozniak, hello, everyone. Very happy birthday to Jim. Looking really sharp. Thank you very much. Only the best for our viewers. Gloria Randall Bond, happy birthday, Jim. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Beautiful, beautiful comments. Brazil, South America, our wonderful friend Carla watching, toasting and celebrating you, Jim Masters, wishing you all the best. Happy birthday from you in Brazil. Lovely when you're here all the time, Carla. We love it. Thank you very much, Linda. Mr. Lovety, love the hat and jacket. I know you love when I sport the hats. Hat guy. Great show, host and guest. Thank you, Renee. Francis is watching. Finally, happy birthday. Thank you very much. Crystal Nolan watching in Connecticut. Crystal, thank you. Hi, Jim, everyone. Happy Thursday. Happy birthday. Celebrating many more birthdays. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Looking forward to an incredible show full of amazing music, great conversation, and lovety. Absolutely. Golden birthday boy. Thank you very much, Willie. We appreciate that. Bernie is here from Iowa. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Ernestine. Love the jacket. I appreciate that. Jennifer, happy birthday. Love our magical, shiny Irish gold. Thank you very much. That's right. It's like a pot of gold. I look like a pot of gold, don't I? Something from Ireland. Been good. Thank you, Kathy. We appreciate that. From Southern California, SoCal. Happy birthday, Jim, from Ann. Thank you very much, Ann. We appreciate that and all this great love. Thanks to everybody for all these great comments. This is really beautiful. Happy birthday, Sue, and everybody's saying the same thing. Thank you very much. We appreciate this. And again, lots of levity tonight. Tell all your friends. Dante CD watching in San Diego. Happy birthday to you, Jim Masters, a.k.a. Mr. Levity. Many happy returns. Thank you very much. Christine Clifton, cheers. Looking so fabulous. You shine as your jacket does this evening. Happy birthday, Jim. Thank you very much. And happy birthday, Jim, from Stratton, Vermont. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Good to see you. And you're watching on Facebook right now. Everybody watching on all the different platforms. We really appreciate that. And Marianne is watching. Hi, Jim. Happy birthday. Looking forward to the show. Really, really nice. Jacqueline Caputo. Happy birthday, Jim. Thank you. Ken is watching. Happy birthday from Wisconsin. Boy, what a great audience from all around the world for our special birthday episode of our show. If this is the first time you're watching, thank you very much. And hello, hope you're enjoying a beautiful birthday. Claudia, yes, very much. And Danilo in San Diego, happy birthday, Mr. Leverty. Thank you very much, gang. And keep the comments coming. I know you're watching on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. You're watching on Facebook at Jim Masters TV as well. And we are having an awesome time. Now, let me tell you about our guests. You've heard them before. You've loved them. And who hasn't? I tell you, they're absolutely amazing. And I'm so honored that they are here on the show. And on the birthday, too, when I was talking to everybody, I said, what would be a good date to have the gentleman come on? And everybody said, how about on the birthday? And I said, my God, what a birthday that would be. We're talking about the Voices of Classic Soul, who have been around the world and back again several times, each as the lead singers of four of the most legendary vocal groups of all time. The Temptations, Platters, the Four Tops, and the Drifters. The three singers have a backstory right out of a Hollywood movie. Joe Coleman, Joe Blunt, and Theo Peoples. They grew up singing together in church and on street corners through the 1960s before finding fame and fortune separately, then reuniting. It's a beautiful story after 30 years to harmonize together once again. Joe Coleman joined the Platters for a 2-decade stint as the group's lead singer, in addition to gaining a successful career as a songwriter and playwright. Joe Blunt performed and recorded with the Drifters for over a decade in venues all over the world, which is absolutely amazing. And, we've been talking about that as we've been leading into this show, alongside Benny King and Johnny Moore earning a Lifetime Achievement Award from Sony Records. Theo Peoples was discovered and hand-selected to join the Temptations in '92. And, when you go to one of their concerts, it's extraordinary. Attendees are treated to incredible showmanship, classic dance moves, and some of the biggest hits of all time, including My Girl, The Way You Do the Things You Do, Get Ready, The Great Pretender, Only You, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, Under the Boardwalk, on Broadway, Save the Last Dance for Me, and many, many more. Collectively, the Voices of Classic Soul's groups have sold over 100 million records with dozens of #1 hits in every kind of venue and location. And these are hits that everyone in the audience can really sing to, and they just get you going, and they make you feel good. You know what I mean? You forget about your troubles. And this is music right now we could all use in this year, that's for sure, right? Turn the volume up. Voices of Classic Soul's concert attendees are treated to an incredible array of hits. Together, the Voices of Classic Soul bring their rich blend of classic hits, true friendship spanning over 50 years to the stage, to delight audiences who are lucky enough to catch a performance by the trio of seasoned vocal performers. They say it's a real blessing to be able to bring these great songs to audiences after all these years, and to do it with the best of friends lifelong. It's a real blessing indeed. Now, Joe was a member of the Platters for 23 years and was a regular at the Sahara Hotel in Las Vegas, performing popular songs as Only You, My Prayer, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, The Great Pretender, and many more #1 hits. And Joe Blunt began his professional career. That was Joe Coleman. Joe Blunt began his professional career, singing career, at the age of 18 when he signed his first recording contract with DC's Cap City Records as a member of the R&B vocal group, The Chancellors. And then in 1975, Joe Blunt became a member of the legendary Drifters. Now, if you've ever heard Theo Peoples' voice, it's no secret why many regard him as one of the most authentic voices in the music industry, and agree he has raised the bar high because of his soulful vocal style. For nearly 2 decades, Theo Peoples' voice has been critical to the legacy of not just one, but 2 of Motown's iconic groups, the Temptations and the Four Tops. And he has earned the singular honor of being the only man to be a member of both legendary groups. And his bona fide voice has been a well-received contribution in both cases. Really exciting to have the gentlemen here from their separate locations as we welcome them to our show. Let's welcome Joe Coleman, Joe Blunt, and Theo Peoples, starting with Joe Coleman joining us, and Joe Blunt and Theo Peoples. Hey, gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
Yeah.
us.
Great to be
Glad
here.
to be here. Yep.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So, thanks for joining me on my birthday. That's pretty cool and very nice of you guys to want to come on during the birthday. I really appreciate that. That just makes this whole thing extra special.
Well, it seems you're getting a lot of love from around the world. That's
I
really
see, yeah.
a testament to you and the show. It's like, wow, come to South Africa, Sweden,
Brazil.
Brazil. Oh my
Brazil,
God.
right? And we,
So,
United Kingdom,
United Kingdom. Wow.
Hoboken, New Jersey. We got it all covered.
You're an international man.
We are international, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, how are you guys doing through all this craziness of this year, and obviously not able to tour necessarily right now, but still remaining creative? How you guys been keeping busy with everything?
That's a good
Well,
question.
it really is, right, isn't it, Joe? Yeah. We've been trying to work on new material. We're spending some time trying to prepare ourselves for when things open back up again. We like to want to have some material to present that allow us to step right in and kick off, in a very quick pace, that kind of thing. We've gotten an opportunity to do some recordings in the Japanese market. We're about to do some recordings for a Japanese record label for in advance for a tour over there next year, assuming things open up. So things are moving. Just trying to keep it busy, trying to keep it going.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
You as well, Joe Blunt. You were going to say, yeah.
Yeah, this is a real strange time for everybody, I guess. And it's all about trying to kind of reinvent yourself and get prepared for hopefully when things return to some kind of normal state.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I agree.
That's about it. I mean, things are
Yeah.
really, really different right now.
Yeah.
Aren't they? And you know what? The bottom line is we all need to stick together. We need to love one another. We all need to be on the same page. We got to surround ourselves with love. On this show, it's levity, we call it. But we're all in this together, and we need to remember that we're all meant to be together. And I think what's happening with this, social distancing and how we're parting, there's a little taste of the way, it could be if we let it go that way, and nobody likes it. So we need to be together. We need to be on the same page and look out for one another, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're totally right, Steve. That distancing has made us realize how much we miss each other, and how much we need each other, and how much that human touch and that closeness means to you overall when you in the scheme of things, being separated from your loved ones and not being able to visit. If you someone in the hospital, you can't go see them, and God forbid it be a family member or your mother or father or someone like that. You can't even go in and visit with them. It's really bringing to the fore how much we need each other. And again, what that interaction really means to one another.
Absolutely. I just wanted to let you know, because I'll have Joe Blunt and Theo add to that. Iceland is even watching too. Eva in Iceland. I think the only place, I say every night on this show, the only place we still haven't heard from. And if you guys have any cousins in the Arctic Circle or Antarctica, let them know that we're on every night. Call them up. Because we just hit Iceland, so we're good. From South Africa to Iceland, we got it covered, right?
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So, Joe Blunt, you wanted to add to what Joe was saying in terms of how we really do need each other and got to stay on the same page with everything.
Well, it's time for everybody to come together and learn to appreciate each other, because we all bring something to the table. And it's important for everybody to understand that and to be a part of that, the world community, so to speak.
Yeah. I agree with that. It's like all of the affection has been taken out of the world since this COVID thing has hit. The handshakes, the hugs, just the regular meet and greets, the things that you normally would do. All of that's done for. It's a new norm right now. And it's kind of making people readjust how they do things. And it's, I hope they get a vaccine, and I hope that, we will get past this. But at this point, it's just the affection, and it's just, I miss that. I'm a hugger, I'm a greeter, and, and all of that is an important part of who we are as people of all colors.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And beautifully said. I agree 100%. I want to go back in time a little bit. Wait, it's my birthday, but I want to go back in time with you guys. I flipped that nicely, didn't I? That's it. The guy with the gold jacket. There's a story where Joe and Joe knew each other way back, and it involved Joe Coleman. You were a little shy in the beginning, and your mother sort of put you into a choir. Yeah. Tell us about how that whole thing. That's really a beautiful story. Share that with us if you can.
Yeah, it's truly one of my most favorite stories, as I often say. I was, in fact, a very, very shy young man, and I guess I was about 7 or 8 years old. And one day I came home from school, and my mom, who called me Joey, said,
and I was Jimmy, and still am.
There we go. Yeah,
that's it.
You can tell how long someone's known me. If they call me Joey, then they've known me a long time, because it became a period I became Joe.
That's right, exactly. Yeah. So I still have my mother, who's down in Florida. It's funny, the family says Jimmy because I grew up. My father, Jim. That's why, and I'm like the fifth one. So sometimes when I'm with them, and I haven't seen them in a while because of the whole COVID thing, because I'm up north and they're down south right now. So they'll call out like in a supermarket, Jimmy, and I'm like, shh, nobody knows me as Jimmy. They'll think of a little 10-year-old kid. It's Jim. But you know how it is with mom and the family. You're always going to be Joey. You're always going to be Jimmy. And you know what? It's actually a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you a story a little bit later about that name thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm 7, 8 years old. My mom says, Joey, it's time to get ready for choir rehearsal. And of course, I was quite confused by that. I was like, I'm not in the choir. And she said, oh, I didn't tell you? You're in the choir, right? And so that's where I met Mr. Joe Blunt. His mom and my mom were co-directors of the junior choir at Mount Pleasant Baptist Church, 2nd and Rhode Island Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Yes. So anyway, but so we that's his mom and my mom directed the choir, and they taught us all we know, most of what we know about choral singing and group singing and harmony and those kind of things. And I always felt her hand in my back pushing me forward, and led to a music career.
Now, did you come from a musical family? Did the family, were they entertainers? Were they singers, musicians, or were you the breakout child?
I'm pretty much the guy that ended up doing it as a career. My father could sing, although he didn't really enjoy singing for people to hear him. He would sing very softly. And my mom, of course, could sing, but play a little piano, things of that nature. My sister just refused to sing, practically. She was, but So my brother and I were the ones that kind of broke out. My brother ended up with the group, the Persuaders, the thin line between love and hate. He sang with that group, and me had a million seller with that situation. But so I broke the mold, and my mom and dad weren't really very happy about that at the beginning. Yeah, to be perfectly honest.
What a cool story. Now, Joe Blunt, do those facts stack up with what Joe Coleman just said? as far as how it all works?
Right. Pretty much. We met in a church setting, and it was matter of fact, as I recall, Joe's father was my Sunday school teacher. As a matter of fact, growing up, and so we go back a ways. That's for sure.
Go all the way back.
That is
Yeah.
cool. Well, I want to let you know that they're already saying, "Welcome to Levity Hall. You are all now Lovities on the Jim Masters Show Live." So you've probably been inducted into a lot of different things in your career, but this is the highlight, to be inducted into Levity Hall at the Jim Masters Show.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
This probably tops Grammys, I would
Hey,
imagine.
yeah.
Not that they're not nice to have.
But
So that, what a wonderful,
Yeah.
meeting like that, and to have stayed, connected all these years like
All these
this,
years, yeah.
really an absolutely beautiful thing. How about you, Joe Blunt? Did you come from a family of singers, performers, musicians? What was your inspiration early on for you?
Well, as I say, my mother and Joe Coleman's mom were sort of co-directors of the junior choir there at the church, and my sister was the accompanist. She plays piano. My brother, along with Joe's brother, we were all in this little choir together, and that's where it all started.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. And how about you, Theo?
Yeah.
You come from a family of performers, entertainers, musicians. What were your early inspirations to get into music?
Well, my father was a pastor, and my mother sang in the choir. And when I think back to those days, I was playing piano at 8 years old, and my father figured, oh, he's got talent. So
Yeah.
he would make me play the Lord's Prayer at the beginning of every service, and I really couldn't play worth anything. And so I would stumble through this song, and I would be so ashamed and afraid that as soon as it was over, I'd run out to church and start crying out in the front yard. I hated my father for that, but he kept pushing me, and I love him to this day for doing that, because
Yeah.
he brought me out of that spot where I was and made me who I am today. So I'm eternally grateful to him for that.
Which is so it seems like for all three of you, family, and the blessings of loved ones and families really had a real influence on your lives.
Absolutely.
Joe, you want to say,
Yeah,
Coleman?
I wanted to say it's kind of ironic that we're all kind of preachers' kids.
Mhm.
Right.
Joe's mom went into the ministry. My mom went into the ministry. My father was in ministry. He was one of the assistant pastors at that church that we attended, and so it's a strong religious component to our careers, because that's what all began. It for most a great number of black artists in the business, they started in the church. They really did.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we were PKs.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. And it's a beautiful thing. And you guys, it's obviously in your DNA. You were meant to perform. And you're also, when you're singing, you're performing music in the style that you guys have been accustomed to. It's music that not only makes you feel good and makes you want to dance, and people remember, their first kiss and their proms and their weddings and all the beautiful things, but
Yeah.
it's also music that really touches the soul. People call upon these songs to really make them feel so grounded. And I think now more than ever, with everything that's going on, there's a lot of call for nostalgic music, nostalgic television, nostalgic movies, with all the stuff that's going on these days and all the blur and breaking news of just, cell phones and social media, all the crazy stuff happening. You guys are solid, you're reliable, you're there, you put on a great performance, you have a lot of fun banter with the audience, you tease each other, you're like best of friends, and then you put out these incredible songs. It's an overall experience of lifting and inspiring, as well as it is entertaining, isn't it, guys?
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
agree.
Yeah, it's amazing how many young kids that are brought to our shows with their parents who know all these songs as well as we do. And,
Right.
and most of these songs, a lot of these songs came out before some of them were even born.
Right.
But they've heard these songs from their parents playing them on the record player or whatever. And they've kind of grown up with the music as well.
Yeah. The music is we kind of refer to it as the soundtrack of our lives, right? You think about the songs from our respective groups. You can people can go back to the prom, to the marriage, to that first kiss, to the first date, for the first time they met, just so the first child or any or all of the children can kind of counted by the songs that pass through. So it's really music that's important to our overall lives. Music, it adds so much to our lives to begin with, but it documents periods in our life, in our lives. Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with both of Joe's on that. And just, I joined the Temptations in 92, but I learned to experience that it's the songs that the people want to come and hear. And if you take them down memory lane, they go back into a point in time in their lives when they think about what they were doing. And you look out in the audience and you see some people tearing up or crying. You don't know what's on their mind or on their hearts at that particular point in time. But it's the music that takes them back. And you have to, and I'm sure both Joes will agree, you have to give them that melody in the songs that they can sing along with and take them down memory lane, and it's amazing to see the reactions of your audiences. And this is all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
It really, really is. And it's the great unifier and the great healer music as well, because it hits all generations and all backgrounds and cultures. When everybody's in the room, whether they're at a concert or there's a party and they got the stereo going, everybody's enjoying it. And that's why, again, the arts need to be supported, and why music is so essential to our lives, because it's one of the things that unifies everybody. And does our world not need that more than ever? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, and it's such a tragedy that they've taken the music out of the schools, right? So because it's so important to so many things. I mean, you can start with math. The folks that play instruments and that sort of thing, or read music, do better in the math and in the sciences and that kind of thing. So it has even that, it reaches that far. But to begin with, it's just a barrier breaker. It breaks down barriers of language and everything else. The shy kid can be asked to dance, even if he doesn't have the nerve to ask anyone. You can manage to get him out on the floor because somebody came and got him and brought him out on the floor. So it breaks so many ways to break barriers, and so the music is so important to our lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, starting with you, Joe Coleman, tell us about the introduction to the legendary Platters. How did that happen? That progression happen for you, where you became, lead singer for such an iconic group?
Well, that's it. I'm sure that we have a book out called "My Time to Shine," and in that book, I talk about that part of my life where I was living in New York. I lived in New York for about 25 years. Loved the city, but I had kind of fallen on hard times. Things weren't quite working out for me for a lot of different reasons. And I found myself sleeping on a park bench in Central Park. Literally, that bench is one block from my apartment in New York City right now. Right now.
Yeah.
And but that's where I was. But fortunately, I kept myself clean. I, availed myself of people's apartments to make sure I got a shower, and I kept my clothes clean. I had a briefcase. I was fronting with the best of them. You hear me? I mean, fronting with the best of them. Because the hardest person to give something is a person that looks like he needs something.
Right.
Unfortunately, the guy that really looks like he needs it, but man, come on, So I was always clean, always sharp, always had my briefcase, always dressed up all the time, broke,
but looked good, right?
It looked really good, and I had one dime in my pocket, and at the time, that's how much a phone call cost at the phone booth. You put that dime in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's what I had left in my pocket was one dime, literally. I'm being literal, being quite literal now. And I ran into a friend of mine who was a lounge singer in Atlantic City, and she told me that the Drifters had come through and hung out and caught her show, and were in the process of talking. They told her that the Platters were looking for a new singer, and she handed me the phone number to call the MD about that gig, and I used that dime.
Yeah.
Well spent.
That was
down to make that call.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard you need somebody. I'm available.
That's right.
Somebody. You need a singer. I'm there. Yeah.
That's right. If you have the time, I've got the dime.
Nah.
Yeah.
I got the dime. I've used it. Now, if you turn me down, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So now you're completely broke.
I've been completely, wouldn't have been able to make that second call. So,
Yeah. Which made that experience probably even deeper and richer for you, knowing that, you were really down at that level. And then all of a sudden, like they say, God works in mysterious ways oftentimes. And in this case, you come along with that. And what's that experience? What was that experience like being a part of such an iconic group as the Platters for you, Joe?
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a greater experience than to be out there with a group that has had such an impact on the world and people's lives. Yeah. So it was an amazing, thrilling. I use the word thrilling experience to travel all around the world. We're in China. They can't speak a word of English, but they know every word of the song, and they're singing along. Like Theo says, they're singing along with you, in English. And it's so. Traveling all around the world and having people really appreciate you and feeling that appreciation, and also being so grateful that this was an opportunity that was presented to me that I could fully maximize and make some people happy. You couldn't ask for more. It was amazing.
Yeah, really, absolutely. And Joe Blunt, how about you when this opportunity came to you to be a part of, again, another iconic group, Drifters, the Drifters? Tell us about that.
Well, it came as quite a surprise. I had just about decided that maybe the music business wasn't for me, and things were just going the opposite way. And I was off into another situation altogether, just trying to survive, working in the government, that kind of thing. And got a call from a buddy of mine that happened to be overseas performing at the time. And he mentioned a group called the Drifters that were doing quite well in the British market, as a matter of fact, which is where the call came from. And I thought, the Drifters, because at that time, the Drifters were pretty much an oldies organization. You didn't hear much about any new recordings or whatever in the States at that time. But apparently they were doing quite well in Europe, especially. And they heard this person that called me, heard that they were looking for a new singer, and somebody had left to go on a solo career or whatever. And they put me in contact with their manager of the Drifters, and placed the call. And one thing led to another, and next thing I know, I'm on stage with the Drifters. So it kind of came out of the blue. It came at a good time. That's for sure. Because I was at a low point in my life in terms of having lived through the disappointment of not being able to do what I thought I always wanted to do, music business, and I pretty much resigned myself to the fact that, well, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. But the opportunity presented itself, and I took the chance to go with it, and I haven't regretted it at all.
So beautiful. Again, a similar story to Joe as far as, almost sort of at your wit's end a little bit, and then this opportunity sort of sweeps in. which is really, really beautiful. And what are some of your great memories of being with the Drifters? Some of the things that stand out for you, Joe?
Well, I think first of all, just being able to work with some people who were legends in the music business. At the time I came into the group, Johnny Moore was one of the great lead singers of the Drifters, and one of the things that the Drifters had going for them all through the years was a succession of great lead singers, you know, from Clyde McFadden to Johnny Moore to Benny King. And when I got into the group and met Johnny and eventually Ben, who had left the group to do his solo thing, came back and rejoined the group during the time I was there. So to work with two real legends, like rock and roll Hall of Famers, Johnny Moore and Benny King, was quite a real kind of experience. It really was. It was amazing to work with those guys and be a part of that whole scenario.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, the amount of music that you and Joe, the Platters, presented with those groups is stunning. And then Theo, I mean, having this incredible opportunity to be with the Temptations and then to go with Four Tops. How did that opportunity happen for you to be a part of, again, another iconic group, the Temptations, Theo?
Yeah. Well, I'm agreeing with my brothers here. It seems that our lives were dark before the light finally shined, and it was the same within my case as well. I was performing at a hotel in St. Louis called the Hotel Majestic, and like Joe Blunt, I'm not going to be in big lights, so I'm just content to be a local entertainer. And it was at that point the Temptations happened to be staying at this particular hotel one evening, because they were doing a private function for the St. Louis Zoo. And one of the members came down to the lounge to have a beer or a cocktail or a drink before going to their function. And at that time I was singing and playing the piano along with another gentleman. And he sat there and listened to a whole set. And when we took a break, he came up to me and said, dude, you sound amazing, and I want to give you my card. We're not looking for anybody yet, but should that moment arise, we're definitely going to give you a card. So we exchanged phone numbers, and 6 months later, that call came. And he actually called, and my mother answered the phone, and Otis Williams was the guy on the phone, and he said, "May I speak to Theo Peoples?" My mom said, "Well, who's calling?" She said, "My name." He said, "My name is Otis Williams of the Temptations." She said, "Yeah, and I'm Santa Claus." And she hung up.
No.
She's like, yeah. She
So,
hung up. Oh my God.
so he called.
So you grabbed another dime.
And so I talked to him, and he said that we're about to do a personnel change, and we would like to audition you to possibly be one of the Temptations. So they flew me out to Las Vegas. They were doing a week's show at Trump Plaza Casino. And there's a segment in that show where they sing My Girl, and then they bring up people out of the audience to sing My Girl with the little audience participation thing. And so I was one of those guys for 2 or 3 days. And I guess that was kind of my audition. And from that point, they called me a week later, and they trained me. It took me the longest time to learn the routines because, I'm a piano player. I didn't know how to dance. Didn't have any rhythm. And they trained me, put me out on the stage, and lo and behold, I became one of the Temptations, and my first show was in Japan.
What was that like, that very first show?
I was kind of glad that it was in Japan, because if I messed up and they talked about me, at least I wouldn't understand what they're saying.
Right.
so it was, and I'll never forget that, because it was, we were there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Christmas twice in 1 year. When I left Japan, it was Christmas morning. When I got back to St. Louis, it was Christmas morning.
Yep. Yep.
So I saw two Christmases in the same. Yeah, it was literally the highlight of my life.
Oh my God. So then how did the transition happen with the Four Tops? That was something pretty special that happened, right, in Las Vegas. Sort of an opportunity that maybe you didn't necessarily expect to happen when you became lead singer for the Four Tops?
Yeah, well, that was two different scenarios. I had left the Temptations in '98, and the Temps and the Tops performed all over the world together on the same show.
Right.
So when I left the Temps, and the Four Tops called and talked to me and said, we just want to make sure that the Temps aren't going to hire you back or anything. And so they hired me. The Four Tops hired me to fill in for Lawrence Payton. So I was never really on stage. I had a microphone and was sitting behind the curtain on a stool singing his part. And eventually, in 2 or 3 months, I learned the parts. They put me out on the stage. And Levi Stubbs blindsided us one night. We were in Las Vegas. I can't think of the name of the casino. It's torn down now. But anyway, he said on a Friday night, ladies and gentlemen, I've been performing for you all for over 47 years. And I think this is going to be my last night performing. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you Mr. Theo Peoples. I'm like, okay. So it was at the end of the show, so I had to literally sing the last medley of the show right there on the spot, and none of us knew it was coming. And I think Levi wanted to be home, spend time with his family for the rest of his years. And so that's how I became the lead singer of the Four Tops.
And never looked back, right? What was that experience like for you, being the Four Tops, Theo?
It was a blessing. It was kind of awkward because we both, as again, the Temps and the Tops performed on the same show. So here I'm a Temptation, and now all of a sudden I'm a Four Top. So there was a little friction there because the Temps would, when I walk into their dressing room to say hello, they would say, "There's an enemy in the camp," because now I'm a Four Top. They didn't mean anything by it, but we made fun of it. We had a ball, and both groups have been eternally gracious and grateful to me, and I really appreciate them for that. There was nothing but love out of both groups. So
exactly,
it was a pleasure to be able to sing for both groups, and I'm totally humbled by having that opportunity.
And they understood that when you moved from the Temptations to the Four Tops, that you were basically going to be a temp with the Temps.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's right.
That's a good way to put it. But they had a little small rivalry thing. They would always try to outdo each other on the shows, and so now that I'm a Four Top, and they would stand on the stage and watch the Four Tops sing. Well, it's the Temptations, the Four Tops would stand on the stage and watch the Temptations sing. Not saying it was all me, but they were just that competitive with each other to put on a great performance for the audiences.
Exactly. So how did Voices of Classic Soul then form? Where did that inspiration, that germ of an idea, initiate? Originally?
I'll defer to Joe on that.
Yeah, I'll take that one on. Yeah. Well, I'll start by saying I had the great pleasure of seeing Theo perform with both groups, and I saw him perform with the Tops on 2 separate occasions, and he just kind of blew me away. And so it came a time in the story that we started off earlier about how Joe and I met. There was a third gentleman that was part of that mix, Mr. Glenn Leonard, who we met at sometime around age 15. And Glenn became the high tenor took Eddie Kendrick's place, and he's the high tenor voice on Silent Night. He did Standing on the Top, and he did about 10 albums with them, that kind of thing. And we started an organization we called Leonard, Coleman, and Blunt. And just about a year or so ago, Glenn started getting a lot of attention for his Temptations review group in the European market. And so he was not really around and available to us. And I called Mr. Theo to stand in for Glenn for one particular performance with the Charleston Symphony Orchestra, 55 pieces down in Charleston. It was an amazing gig, and Theo came in and went right to work, learned all this material, choreography, everything. He was just so prepared and so professional. I was like, okay. I kind of wrote his name in my little book for future. And when things changed and Glenn realized that felt that his review group was getting a lot of attention, we had a very amicable separation, and we brought Theo in just in time. Once again, we threw him right in the fire. It was for a show. We did a week of shows down at Busch Gardens, Tampa, Tampa, Florida. And so there we were once again. Theo, can you come and help us out? But this time it was to become that third member of the group, and thus we formed Voices of Classic Soul. Yeah. So,
incredible too, right? When you really think about it. And do you remember the first performance that you guys did on stage together, where you were, where the setting was?
As I say, that was Charleston.
So that was the very first. Wow.
Charleston was
it Charleston?
That was the first.
Was Charleston?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And immediately, I'm sure the feedback from people must have been extraordinary. More. They're loving it, not only because of the connection with the other groups, but just the fact that you guys are still out there. I mean, you could easily just kick back and retire. You've worked hard, you've done your thing, but you love it so much, and you still want to perform for the folks, that you're still out there pounding away and doing it and connecting with everybody. The feedback from people must be incredible, because you're bringing them music that they're not necessarily hearing everywhere else.
Well, that's true, and I think the other thing too is just there's a special connection that seemed to have developed almost accidentally, so to speak. And when we brought Theo in, it was like he had been there all the time.
That's true. That's so true.
Fell right in, and I don't want his head to get all big. But it was such a smooth.
Stop.
Transition. It was,
my goodness.
Don't stop till you had enough. Michael Jackson there.
Well, I concur. He Theo fit right in. He has an amazing instrument to begin with, and he's just a very kind and warm and friendly gentleman who just, hey, let's go to work. And it's about the music, and it's hard to the music business gets under your skin.
Oh yeah,
it becomes a part of your being. So when people talk about retiring from the business, most performers don't really retire.
right.
They just keep working until it's like the cutoff comes, and it's just not happening anymore.
Exactly.
It might come a time when you say, you know what, I sound terrible. Let me go sit down. Let me go sit down.
And you know what, Jim? I want to add to that. These two gentlemen are just amazing. And what I like about Voices of Classic Soul, and then this is my humble opinion, the group, the three of us together, is greater than any one of us single and apart, because it brings together four iconic groups with a huge, massive library of music that we can portray to our audiences all over the world. And I love these guys. They are amazing gentlemen. And fellas, thank you for taking me under your wing.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you. I love you.
Yeah, love you back, man.
It's like you become like brothers, right? You really become like family, and that just makes. And then when you're out there, there's a lot of work that goes on to pull everything off, but it doesn't feel as much like work because you're like family, and that's tough to like script or create that. Sometimes you're blessed when things like that happen, right?
That's right.
And you enjoy what you do. That makes it even better. So
Exactly. I agree 100%. Now, I heard that Theo, in doing a little of my research, that one of your favorite songs is My Girl. And there's a reason, because you have a special person in your life that fits that title. Yeah, right?
I have my lovely wife, Daphne, who is an amazing woman, and she's literally been with me through all of this. I met her and started dating her before the Temptations, before the Four Tops, and I know that she loves me for me. And that being said, we grew up together in this business, in our marriage, and we've just celebrated 26 years. June.
Congratulations.
Yep, June. Oh, wait a minute, June 8th. Let me get the date right.
That's right. And we're live.
Exactly.
About to be in trouble up in
Exactly.
There's no way to rewind this when you're live.
And she has a very special place in my heart. And
that's beautiful.
We put together a business, and she is just amazing. I don't know what I'd do without her.
That's
But she's
beautiful.
my girl.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Dreamer Denver says, I was there for the first performance together. Amazing from the get-go, Dreamer. Was there when you guys performed in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Did you want to, Theo, give us just a little bit of My Girl? I'm sure everybody asks that, but since that is the favorite, and all right. Where's the whiskey?
Well, I got some tea here.
There you go.
This is, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Ooh, when it's cold outside, I've got the one thing. If you know it, if you're watching this, help me sing. Well, I guess you say what's if you will, my girl,
my girl, my girl,
talking about my girl, my girl.
Thank you very much. That is awesome. Awesome. Made a lot of these lovelies around the world very, very happy. Thanks for doing that, Theo, and on the spot too with the tea there and everything. Good thing you got a tea there. Joe Blunt, how about you? Is there one that stands out for you? Is Under the Boardwalk one that really sticks out for you?
Well, that's one of them. Yeah, that's Under the Boardwalk. I think On Broadway was maybe one of my personal favorites.
Can we hear just a little bit of that? I'd love it on Jimmy's birthday. not to add any guilt with all these lovelies watching or anything.
No pressure. No pressure.
Just no pressure. No. All you have to do is just relax. I take that wherever I go, and sometimes even I have to look at it for myself.
Let's see. Now, wait a minute. They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway.
On Broadway.
They say there's always magic in the air.
On Broadway.
That's enough.
Really nice, really nice. That's right. If you sing another word, then it's like $5 or something, right? That's it.
Read the small print.
That is exactly it. And Mr. Coleman, how about you? What's one that stands out for you that you might be able to share just a little bit with our audience?
The problem I have is that I don't remember the words to any of them.
All right. Then I'm sure you could do Jingle Bells, right?
Only you can make this world seem right. Only you can make the darkness bright. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you.
And only you.
Incredible. That is, oh my God. I think we shattered the living room window.
Hey.
Really beautiful. I didn't know you felt that way about me, Joe.
It's the jacket. It's the jacket.
It's the jacket. It works every time. It works every time.
We couldn't coordinate it with you had we got the memo.
We got the memo. Well, you almost did. You got sort of the yellowish sort of. I mean, you're good to go, right?
Yes, sir.
So, were there any plans to get into the recording studio for an album and other things coming up that you guys are working on, especially, you know, with everything going on now, still being able to continue creating?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're
We're in the process now.
2 songs in the hopper right now that we're working on. We're going to do kind of a revised version of Wind Beneath My Wings with I wrote some updated lyrics that are more directed to the essential workers and that sort of thing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And the song called "What Will It Take" that Theo did. Well, in fact, he did amazing tracks for both of them. He's a track master, Mr. Theo, and we're going to put our VOCS stamp on those songs and have them ready for when the folks walk out the door, ready for some music. We'll be standing there. Hey, get a copy of this right here.
That's right.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Would you guys ever do, I don't know if you ever get asked to do a Christmas album or any of the holiday hits or any of that? People ask for any of those songs from you guys?
Well, yes. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm acting like I'm the only guy in the room right now, but we we do the Drifters hit that White Christmas, and do a lot of music. True Flick. Yeah, we do a song that I wrote called "You All I Want for Christmas." You're all I want for Christmas. You're all I need for Christmas. You're everything to me. All I really need. You're all I want for Christmas. Like that.
That's beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Really, really beautiful. You know, when you hear from the audience or you get the feedback and you get the love, like we say in this show, it's all about levity and positive vibes and bringing people together and inspiring them. I love to do that in my professional work. I love to do that with this show we created here. What brings you individually and collectively the greatest joys and blessings of the work that you do so brilliantly when you get the feedback, the letters, the posts, the comments, or meets and greets? People come up to you and they're pouring out their emotions and their heart and their soul to you, how what you've done and done so beautifully and masterfully and such an elegant and poignant way too. I mean, you're class acts. I mean, you didn't sell out or anything. You guys are class all the way, and you've maintained that integrity individually and collectively. When you hear that feedback from people, how does that make you feel? And I'll start with you, Joe Coleman.
Well, I think it starts with what I said a little earlier. it's the soundtrack of people's lives. So people come to us and they talk about those moments, a moment when one of our songs kind of addressed a need they had. They were feeling down or depressed or thinking of, even to the point of thinking about suicide and things of this nature. And when your song came on, it made me feel like I was, part of something, and on like that. So it was amazing it's amazing to hear people talk about the effect that those songs have had on them in their actual lives. So so it's really almost feels like a responsibility. Like it's a little heavier than just singing some songs. Is that you? That's why we try to be so true to the music, because it's so important to people.
Absolutely. Joe Blunt, do you feel the same?
Oh, absolutely. And the reality is that you never really know sometimes what impact certain songs have on certain people based on their memories of what was going on when they first heard that song, or whatever the case may be. And so many times people come up to us after show or whatever, want an autograph. And in some cases, people come up with an arm full of album covers from way back when and say, "Can you sign each one of these for us?" And even especially the younger folks who I know, most of whom were not even born when some of this music came out, have an affinity for the music as well, just because of what they've been brought up on with their parents and grandparents and so forth. So music is an international language, and it's something that impacts so many people in so many ways. It's amazing, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
And before I forget, just a shout out to my wife for 43 years, because if I don't, I'm going to be in trouble. I don't want that. Okay.
Because again, once you're live, you can't rewind.
That's right.
That's it. So we what is her first name? We'll toast her as well. Paula. 43. Yeah.
All right.
Congrats.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And Theo, how about you, as far as the blessings and the joys of not only doing the work, but also when you get this feedback and you hear people coming up to you and they're pouring out their heart and soul as far as how not just vocally they love the voice, but the way you present everything and the choice of songs and the depth of the material that is so long lasting and so indelible and so meaningful. And then you have somebody at a meet and greet or in the supermarket or writes a letter, whatever it is, telling you how much, what you've done with the various groups and now Voices of Classic Soul has meant to them. That must really, tug at your heart and your soul.
Yeah, I think both of my brothers covered it all. That's just not much more left to say. Just it's a sense of accomplishment to take someone down that road and to bring back a memory for them, and then they come and tell you how much they appreciated you taking them there. And I kind of liken it to artists today. They're vocal gymnastics and they're amazing at what they do, but when you take that and try to put it with a My Girl or Just My Imagination, people want the simplicity of it,
right?
In opposed to all of this and all over. And that's just my personal opinion, and I'm not talking about anyone. It's just people appreciate how you keep the essence of the song the way it is, so that they can reminisce and sing along with you. Very, very important. Mm-hmm. And I think that covers it all. It's really an honor for people to come and tell you how much they appreciate you doing that for them.
Absolutely. I think what it is, it's the authenticity. They know that, it's coming from the heart and the soul. It's the authenticity, how much fun you guys have together, how hard you've worked in a very difficult industry, a demanding industry as well. You're survivors, true and true. And, you share lots of love, and you're surrounded by, phenomenal musicians too, right? I mean, that really, absolutely, having those musicians and real instruments and real sounds, I think people are really craving that in this very hyper digital electronic world right now. They want some of those, they want to hear the real guitar and drum and blended with these smooth voices, it's like butter for people, right? They're sort
Absolutely.
of craving and missing that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Is there anywhere that you guys would love to perform that you haven't, whether it's with one of the other groups or together as the Voices of Classic Soul? Any sort of dream venues, locations like, now this would be kind of nice?
Mm-hmm.
Besides being here on this show, of course,
Yeah,
which
of
I know
course.
is the highlight. Of course it is. Right?
Well, for me, it would be the Opera House in Australia. I've never performed there.
Oh, in Sydney, yeah.
In Sydney,
Right.
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to probably see Voices of Classic Soul at Radio City.
That would
That's
be
that's one of those
fantastic.
venues that's
Yeah.
tremendous number of greats have been there.
Yeah.
in a different kind of way. Mm-hmm.
And how about you, Joe? Same thing?
Wow, there's
Good,
so many.
good choices.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like
The Acropolis.
Great venues all over the world. And
That's true.
Just to be able to experience any of them. It's weird. I can remember vividly the very first time I ever performed at the London Palladium.
Yeah.
Pictures, and I look at the walls in the back dressing rooms where they got pictures of everybody from Bob Hope to Frank Sinatra to everybody that's played at this place, and to be on that stage at that time,
Yeah.
it was just a surreal kind of experience. It really is. Yeah. So,
Have there ever been others that you would like to have done or to do a duet with, or to bring in other performers, other legends, and play off them too, whether it's a one night situation, or has there been any thought to that, or anybody that's like a couple of dream people you would love to collaborate with the group?
Well, I'll start by saying we're all hating on Theo anyway, because he got to sing with the Queen, with Miss Aretha.
oh yeah.
Truly a mountaintop moment
For me,
Oh,
I'm telling you, go ahead and tell it. Yeah, that was. I was like, okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
For me, would be. I love the couple of the young cats. I love Bruno Mars. I think that would be really interesting.
super
And-
talent, yeah.
And someone that I'm afraid to be on the stage with, because she's gonna blow me completely away. But that would be Jennifer Hudson. She's blasting right now. She's got just an amazing voice.
Never
Just a-
say never, right? Never say never.
Never say never.
Yeah.
Never say never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I have to break in here. Being the guy who's had the fewest years as a married man, I'm a little slower than everybody else. but I do want my lovely wife Vanessa to know that I certainly didn't forget about her, and that I was just waiting for my moment to break in and say,
yeah, you wanted a big build up.
Yeah.
You wanted the big
build
build up.
up.
The big build up
Yeah.
to Vanessa as well.
That's right. That's right.
And I have to say that Vanessa is just such an amazing woman. She's hard working, totally dedicated to her industry and to me.
Yeah.
And I know I can always count on her no matter what's going on. She's going to be right there, and she is my queen for sure.
When you have the backing of loved ones and family and better halves, there's nothing, more beautiful, and also more beautiful to come home to, right? When you're doing all that crazy stuff. And a couple of people, Jennifer asks here about you guys are singing with, of course, Etta James, B.B. King.
B.B. King. Yeah. Yes, I did. I did perform with B.B. King in Tokyo, in Japan, at a place called the Mugen in Shinjuku. Well, but there's a story attached to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in Japan, then, and I'm sure it's quite the same now, no one bothers your stuff. You can put your wallet on the counter right next to you. Get up and go dance, and come back, and your wallet will still be
there.
Still there. So, based on that principle, I was pretty much there for an extended period of time in Japan, and so I got used to that. So someone I used to smoke cigarettes, was a crazy thing to do, but some my friends had given me an engraved lighter, beautiful lighter as a gift when I was heading over there. Uh, and I left it on my dresser in the dressing room. And when I came back, it was gone.
I thought it was gonna still be there.
No, sir. If it only been Japanese in there, it would have still been in there. But somebody in BB's band, I'm sure it wasn't BB. But somebody said, "Oh, that's a nice." Oh. Never to be seen again.
That was it. That was it.
But but it was, BB was an amazing artist,
Yes.
and a tremendous artist. He sounded good that night,
Yeah.
and always did. And he,
Yeah.
he tore the place up, and I was excited to be there, to be
Beautiful.
part of that. Yep.
Joe Blunt, do you have any stories with any artists that rival that the cigarette lighter story? Or?
I don't know if I can rival that one.
But maybe a cool artist or two that you worked with that you really admired and it just worked out great.
Well, I've worked with guys like Joe Coleman and Theo Peoples.
Good one. Good.
Yeah, I mean, these are amazing guys. That's no, it's amazing that a lot of times when you're on the road, especially various venues and so forth, you run into other artists, all the time. A lot of times, especially with the Drifters, we did a lot of work in Europe, particularly in England. And anytime you go to London and you're out at night, you run into all kinds of folks, from the Supremes to, just pretty much you name it, Richard Pryor and different artists that we've come in contact with in the process that we've had the opportunity to say hello to. And it's all good.
I think one of those was Elton John, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, Elton came to a couple of our shows over there, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, Elton John, people like that. Yep.
Yeah, he was, Elton was a basic piano player years ago before he became famous as a solo artist. And he played behind a lot of American acts that used to come to England to perform back in the early 70s and so forth. He was one of the guys who was sitting back in the back playing keyboards.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's cool. How about you, Theo? Any people that you've had an opportunity to work with that you've always admired? And Joe had mentioned earlier that great experience you had. But any others that you think
Absolutely.
were really? Yeah. Probably
One
many.
that comes to mind that especially stuck out with me was Al Green. And why I say that is because I remember being a kid, 8 or 10 years old, and I think it was Christmas, and my aunties, they were going shopping, and in the car, all they wanted to hear was Al Green. And so I'm hearing this guy, and he was singing, he must have been in his 20s, and he was just singing his butt off. And now when I joined the Temptations, we did a show, and Al Green was on the stage when we walked in, and this guy sounded just as good then as he did back when I was going Christmas shopping with my aunties. Just an amazing voice, and his swagger was just incredible. And it goes to show you take care of yourself and you take care of your voice, and it was just amazing how incredible. He never dropped the notes of any of his songs. He sang them in the original key, and he nailed all of them. And that was just, I was in awe of him for that.
It's funny you should mention Al Green. It made me think about something. Years ago, we were in a group, Joe and I were in a group called True Reflection. We were doing a concert with a number of artists were on the concert. We had just signed with Atlantic Records at the time, and they got us on this concert with a lot of big names. And we were in the wings, just about to go on stage to do our little bit. And Al Green happened to be on the show too. And it turns out that Al had to get back to Memphis for a recording session or something, and they stopped us just as we were about to go on stage. And they bring out Al Green. Al Green had just had a huge hit. The place went crazy. There was almost a riot in there. You know, I mean, and then afterwards, they escorted him out, bodyguards and everything, to get to where he had to go. They said, "Okay, now you guys can go ahead on." And what?
Yep.
This? Are you serious? You know,
Yep.
And to let the smoke clear.
I'm telling you.
that was unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it took us about 2 or 3 songs to get the audience back. You know, we would do a song, they go, "Oh yeah, isn't that nice? That's nice." But yeah, that was something. Like we were in Detroit at Cobo Hall up there. And everybody was on the show. Smokey and the Miracles, the Dramatics were on the show. Guy Al Wilson had the biggest show and tell at the time. You know, of just all kinds of acts on the show. And as Joe said, the promoter came and said, wait, no, he's got to go. So Al went out on the stage and raised his hand and said, "Help me." And the last person in the last row, I think it holds about 18,000. And the last person in the last row reached for his hand. I said, "But we in trouble." We are in trouble. You lit that place up. Yep.
Have you ever had some other crazy, tales or stories, events where, everything came together beautifully on stage at the end, but everything leading up to it was going crazy? Maybe a flight was delayed, or the bus broke down, or the audio wasn't working, or somebody didn't show up, or just something happened. But then once those lights came on, you made magic. And probably a couple of times where things like that happen behind the scenes, right?
No.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. Every night is perfect. It's pristine.
What you described was just regular show business. That's
just the regular. That's every day.
Every show that potentially going to happen.
I remember one night at the Navy Pier in Chicago, and I was with the Temps. And we flew in the night before, and our luggage didn't come.
Yeah.
And we were waiting on our luggage before going on stage. Well, our luggage never showed up, and we had to do the show in our street clothes. And I don't know what I had on, but it was not appropriate for the stage. But we pulled it off anyway, and the people kind of received it. They thought it was odd when we walked out with blue jeans and T-shirts and tennis shoes, and they kind of got with it. And that was one of the most craziest moments I can remember.
Yeah, that's. And you didn't literally pull it off. You just switched outfits.
Exactly.
That would have been a whole other. That is
crazy.
Funny. What do you see? As far as the vision for Voices of Classic Soul, what do you hope that happens with this group as you continue bringing us all this great music? Do you have a vision? Do you have, sort of a journey going forward? Obviously, just performing is a blessing right now at all. But do you have like a vision as what you'd like to see happen, what you hope you guys, all three of you, hope happen with the Voices of Classic Soul that hasn't happened yet?
Go, Joe. Go. You look like you're ready to talk.
First of all,
and be blunt.
now.
Oh, you got jokes. You got jokes.
Let me write that down.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I can get away with it, right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. What was your question?
Oh,
Oh man.
You don't remember it?
No.
What's your vision for the group?
Actually,
The vision, yeah, the overall vision for Voices of Classic Soul.
The bottom line for us really is that, we all are pushing for another hit record.
Yeah, yeah,
For this group as it
Yeah.
is.
yeah,
We're fortunate in that we have within the group a lot of creativity in terms of material, writing wise. Joe Coleman is an amazing songwriter. Theo Peoples is an amazing songwriter and musician. And I write a few things myself. So I'm hoping that what we really want to do is to get to a point where Voices of Classic Soul becomes a household name for new music that would, really come out and have an impact on the entire industry. Again,
I agree. New classic music.
that's it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good word. I like that.
Not even trying to compete with what's on the radio now. We have to stay in our lane.
Right.
And plus.
That's right.
So,
That's
do you guys, I mean, if you were to choose between songwriting and the performance, is there one that takes precedence or that you enjoy more than the other, the songwriting process, or you're just born performers and the songwriting is something else that's part of the whole thing? Do you have one thing that you like more than the other or that calls to you more than the other, the singing or the songwriting?
Well, I guess and everybody may have a different viewpoint on this, of course, but for me, there's nothing really that can compare for me than walking out on stage in front of an audience and giving it all you have and being well received and people come back afterwards and they say how much they enjoyed what you did. I mean, it's a feeling of gratification that it's really hard to match. I mean, I love writing as well, but there's something about that whole performance thing for me that really sets it all off, Yeah.
I agree. I agree 100%. The songwriting and building the song and getting it to the point of where you go on stage to perform it, all of that's wonderful too. But to see a thought become a reality and then you be able to perform that reality is just icing on the cake.
How about you, Joe Coleman?
Yeah, I think they capsulized it in a way. Theo really brought it all the way home.
Yeah,
Joe,
yeah.
And that's, as a songwriter, there's nothing greater than to see that song come to life through someone's voice, whether it be your own or someone that you've written it for, a song for, or something like that. I wrote a musical. I wrote the music for a musical. It was about 20-something songs for a musical called "If This Hat Could Talk," on the life of
That's right.
the civil rights icon and Dr. Dorothy Height, who was the head of the National Council of Negro Women and was involved in pretty much most every major civil rights event over the last 80 years until her passing in 2012, I believe. She was 98 years old. And so wrote those songs, and to hear them, come to life, and people respond to them in the way that you always envisioned that they would, and it's like that's really exciting. That being said, the actuality of hitting that stage, and every night is a new performance. No matter how much you practiced and how much the show is lined up to do this, that, and the other, when you go out on that stage, everything is still based on chance. Anything can occur. Any mic can go out. You can trip. Anything can happen.
Power can go out.
Power can go out.
Lights go off, And there's one more added thing. Every audience is different.
Yes.
The songs that the last night's audience responded to may not be the song that they respond to the next time. Right. It might be completely different situation, different song, that kind of thing. So that spontaneity is what can't be topped with the performance, because it's all new every night.
Right.
Yeah.
What I think is beautiful about what you guys do, in addition to, present incredible music, is you have you have a lot of fun with each other, which everybody sees and loves, and you have a lot of fun with the audience, but you treat the audiences with such great respect, and that is not something that everybody always does. You guys do that, and the audiences really pay heed to that, and they love that, and they really appreciate that you respect them. You can go from city to city and night after night, and maybe even the same songs that you just sang 50 times in a row in different cities, but here's a whole new audience and a whole new city and new excited people to see you guys, and you treat every single person and every group with great respect, and that's really important, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
That's right. When I see an artist kind of mistreat their audience or dismissive of them, I always wonder how they do that, because they're the only reason you're actually here.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're performing to yourself. So I think the audience is so important to what we do, and that what drives us. I don't know if the audience always understands how much impact they have on the show. Just the energy you get from them expands the show, because you feeling that energy and you pouring it back, and it becomes quite a connection. So that's
Absolutely.
It's important.
And you guys agree, Theo, and it's all about respect, respecting the audience, and you guys are so good at doing that and really acknowledging them. Yeah, that's what it's all about, right?
Well, there's no show without an audience. That's for sure.
That's it. That's it. There is, but a lot of echo.
It's a
lot of
rehearsal.
echo. That's it. Well, guys, I had heard through the grapevine that there might be a possibility with the birthday and all that maybe there would be a little bit of a rendition of a happy birthday of sorts. Is there a possibility of that? I might be able to scrounge up a dime. Going back to the dime store. That would be awesome. I mean,
Okay.
and a toast to all three of
And
you
the toast to the three.
on the birthday. There you go.
Well, I know all the words to that song. I actually know all the words.
Happy birthday, Jim.
Every happy birthday, Jim. Let me take a shot at it. I'm gonna take the long way. I'm gonna take the long way to get there. Okay.
Love it.
So here you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Sing along, choir. Happy birthday. I'm talking to the folks in the audience. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Let me hear you, South Africa. Happy birthday. Come on, Vermont.
In Brazil,
Happy
in England,
birthday. Come on, Iowa.
San Diego.
Happy birthday. Where you at, Wisconsin? Happy birthday. Come on, New England. Happy birthday. Now, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday, dear Jim Steve. Who am I singing birthday?
Who's Steve? Steve? Boy, you not only took the long way, you took the wrong way.
I had it right, and then I got nervous.
Okay, now let's. I can rewind a little bit.
Okay.
Jim works fine.
Happy birthday to you.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Jim.
Thank you very much. From
Who is
Joey.
Steve?
Tell Steve we said hello.
You got some guy talking in your ear? From Joey to Jimmy. Can't get any better than that,
Jimmy,
I tell you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Do you owe some money to Steve or something?
I may. After this, I probably will.
Your phone's ringing right now, right?
Yeah. So now to ask you a question, what are you going to do for your birthday? What are you doing for your birthday?
Well, you can't really go to a lot of places, unfortunately, but we're going to, we had a cake and we had cards, and Mom called from Florida saying happy birthday, which was really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting together with all the family, again, close-knit, over the weekend. And there's like a little surprise family gathering. So it's going to be really nice. Really nice. And we're going to play nothing but Voices of Classic Soul during it.
Okay. Well,
All right.
Because we want to have a good time. I mean,
right.
you know, that's it.
so if we show up there, all we're going to hear is classic soul music, right?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
All right.
Absolutely. That's the best. Absolutely. Well, I tell you, well, look, I can just show you here. I mean, you guys really, we're very viewer centric with the audience here. And I love having an opportunity like you guys. You feed off the energy of the audience, and I do in my work in television and radio. And a lot of great comments in here. Loving the serenade, Brazil. You got Brazil. She was singing. South Africa was singing. Iowa was singing. Wichita, Kansas was singing. Connecticut was singing. New York City was singing. North Carolina. What's better than having Voices of Classic Soul singing you happy birthday? What a real treat indeed. Absolutely. I mean, look at this. Bravo. We got SoCal, Southern California. Bernadette loving it. Ann loving it. Mary watching, and these are all claps. They're giving you like standing ovations. Renee Katz in New York City. Now that's a great happy birthday. Lucky Jim. Anne as well. Juanita in South Africa, loving it as well. Christine in Connecticut. Carla, Brazil, singing with you guys. I think that was beautiful. Really, really nice stuff. Thank you, gentlemen, for an awesome evening. Happy birthday. So much fun. Really cool stuff. I tell you, you guys really, truly are the best. This is why, you know, and I know the word legend is always bantered around, and sometimes it's hard to hear that, you know, because you're doing what you love. It comes automatically for you guys. But you truly are collectively and individually national treasures, and a national treasure because you're doing something that really touches people deeply in the music you present and the way you present it, and the camaraderie and the humor and respect for the audience and the desire to continue that. I mean, like I said, you could easily, each of you independently could rest on your laurels for what you've already brought to the table, but the fact that you want to bring all of that together and continue it, I think what you guys do is needed now more than ever. So this was truly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, a blessing and a joy to have you here and to have you on my birthday. Couldn't have really topped it. And you're all class acts. You're true gentlemen. Great respect and love to you guys. And I really appreciate you coming on the show, and can't wait to see you guys when you're out and about, and I'll let you know when I'm in town or whatever, and maybe break bread or whatever. I'd love to do that. It'd be an honor.
You're wonderful, man. Thank you so much for having us on. We really appreciate it. Looking forward to greater things, and enjoyed your show. You're a great host and keeping us moving along. I really appreciate that. And if you don't mind, I'd like to invite folks to like us on Facebook. Voices of Classic Soul. You can like me, Joe Coleman 6, on my Facebook page. We're on Twitter. We are VOCS, and like that. So just come on and holler at us. We're doing a performance. If you happen to be in McLean, Virginia, on October the 4th, we're trying the concept that was attempted by, or that's being put forth mostly by the country artists. We're doing a drive-in. People stay in their cars and listen to the music. We'll be up on stage at everybody's the car is even socially distanced, and we'll do October 4th. We'll be in McLean, Virginia, at the McLean Community Center parking lot out there. Tickets are $25 or something like that, and you come on out and get to see us do what we do. We go back. We have the outfits and the dance move, the choreography, and that kind of thing. Take you back to it'll feel like the old Motown show, Motown Review, with all of the acts and so with temps, tops, drifters, platters, music, just all melded together, and it's going to be a great time. So come on out and join us out there, and we'll see you. Shows at 4 and 6 p.m. Come on out and check us out.
Absolutely. You can go to voicesofclassicsoul.com to learn more about all the cool things the guys are doing. Just want to show you some of the levity coming here. Mary Bishop says, this was a wonderful show. Thank you, Joe, Theo, and Jim. Great memories. Stay safe. Ernestine in North Carolina, it's been a pleasure to listen to you tonight. It has been great. Merlin in Canada, love you guys and your music. June, who is a lyricist, she does a lot of Broadway work in New York City. She said, wonderful. Kathy Short, terrific show tonight. Thank you so much. Bernadette, thank you. Joe, and Theo, God bless. Stay safe, stay well. Again, a lot of levity on this show. Thank you, guys. What a treat for us. Juanita in South Africa, excellent show. Thank you, gentlemen. Danilo in San Diego, thank you. The Soul Trio, love that. Thank you, guys. Really enjoyed it. From Carol on YouTube. Jennifer Roberts, who's a wonderful singer and actress as well. She was a guest on our show. Thanks for the music. Look at this, too. Great show. Love you all. Really beautiful comment. Terrific. Thank you, guys, from Kathleen in New York City. Really great love coming this way. And so many people. We have an amazing audience here from around the world. We've built a really nice community here. Rhonda, thank you, Jim. And thank you, guys, for a wonderful trip down memory lane. Truly wonderful evening. Marilyn in Wichita, Kansas. Good stuff, guys. I tell you, you knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, you really kicking that levity around, huh? I like that term.
That's what it's about, right? We need more of that, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yes,
we
sir.
need more of that, gang.
Yeah.
You guys are truly the best. Again, really treasures. Thanks for being with us on the show. Thanks for all of this extended time. And again, it was really cool having you here on my birthday. It's one I'll always remember. It's like you're in my living room here. It's really, we're in each other's living rooms hanging out, and that's the best, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Joe and Theo. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
And thank you. And I hope you met your expectations and you enjoyed your time with me as much as I have with you guys.
Absolutely.
It was a lot of fun.
Like that jacket, by the way.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah.
It's available for rent.
Just might take you up on that.
I'll be your master of ceremonies and intro you on stage, and I'll wear
I like
this.
that.
Now you're
I
talking.
like
Now
that.
you're talking.
Yeah.
I do that work at Carnegie Hall and other places. So look me up.
We'll do that.
That's gang. Take care. You're the best, and you're welcome back on the show anytime. Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night. All right. Bye now. Take care. Amazing, wouldn't you say? Thanks, gang, for joining us, too. I want to thank the guys again. They are truly, truly treasures. And I want to show you their website here so you can find out about shows and tickets and events and all kinds of cool things. And when they're coming out with albums. And they're working on something right now, which was really, really cool. Voicesofclassicsoul.com is the website. That's Voices of Classic Soul. Absolutely amazing. And again, they respect their audience. They're class acts. They're gentlemen that have a lot of fun. And this was really an extraordinary night. And I really appreciate everybody. And again, thanks for all the birthday wishes, too. I have a few things I'm going to share with you, too. The show hasn't ended yet. However, we're going to have some fun here. Jennifer Barry says they are all awesome. Jen is Zen. You got it. Absolutely. Have fun. They are all lovely Classic Soul Trio. Enjoyed the show. Wish you all sang even, you wanted to sing even more. They sing awesome, don't they? So you have to see them in concert. Absolutely. Thanks, Francis. We appreciate that. Full of levity here, a great show. And we'll take a look at some more of those comments. Wonderful show. Happy birthday again. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now, you guys were talking about, let's go through some of the fabulous photos, too, that we have here. As we mentioned, our very special guests, the Voices of Classic Soul. We're talking about decades of extraordinary music with Joe and Theo. They are so great together. And taking a look at some of the great material from the past, I mean, you really can't beat it. A lot of great memories, the Platters, the Drifters, the Temptations, and of course the Four Tops. And then you've got, the guys coming together and really, they're so great together, aren't they? They play off each other so beautifully. And I just think that is what's awesome about it. And I love this. This is a cool one with Joe Blunt as well. Really awesome. And I want to show you something really cool that a dear friend of mine who actually works in the radio industry, in the music industry, and has for years. He worked in the easy listening music industry, and he's got a website, Jib on the web. They play all kinds of cool instrumental music. He sent me this on the birthday, which I thought was really, really cool. On the cover of, yours truly on the cover of TV Guide. And I think this particular issue of the TV Guide I think that's Henry Winkler, Fonzie. And it says, "My Life from James to Jim." And I just received this today. So I think it's Henry Winkler, Fonzie's body with my head on it. And somehow he was able to get that on the TV Guide. That was really, really cool. And again, as we are celebrating the birthday with our special birthday show today, there were quite a few cakes to be celebrated, and I thank family and friends for that. We're going to celebrate more this weekend. You can never have enough cake on your birthday, right? So that's one of the cakes that came in on the birthday, which we really, really appreciated. And then we go back in time a little bit to the very beginning for me as a youngster, Jimmy Masters. I know some of you said, hey, pull up some of the childhood photos. So there you go. One of the early shots as we celebrate the birthday. And this one we had posted on Facebook. Not much change, just a little bit here, right? And that's because I've been working on a science and nature documentary. So we had sort of this look. Hair a little bit longer, but that's just now. But hey, I had the bangs before Justin Bieber did, that's for sure. All of us kids did. So that's yours truly. I think I'm like 7 there, maybe 5, 6, 7, I believe. Really, really cool. But again, thanks for all of the cards, the cake that came, the family. Also, and we're going to celebrate over the weekend too. And I'm going to tell you about some amazing guests we have coming up. You're not going to want to miss. I also was presented with this, and this is absolutely delicious. This is like a fudge cake, but you do it in a mug, and it's, there's cake underneath and fudge on top. And this was made this afternoon, and it's been sitting there the whole show. And I've been, you know how we talk about food on the show a lot? And I've been smelling it the whole time, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to have it. So we're going to wipe out some of that. And I want to tell you some of the amazing guests. Don't go anywhere yet. There's some amazing guests that are coming up. And again, what could we say to have the Voices of Classic Soul join me here on the Jim Masters Show live? What a brilliant night. Lots of levity, lots of great conversation. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Some music in there as well. I mean, I knew they were going to sing Happy Birthday. That was already planned, but really cool. And then they sang a little bit of some of their favorite songs, which was really cool. I want to tell you some of the cool guests tomorrow night. I've got want music? We've got more. This is Demo. Demo is with us tomorrow. He's a dear friend. He's an incredible singer, musician, and actor. He's going to be with us tomorrow. That is Friday night. It's going to be an amazing night of music and conversation Friday night. And then even more on Saturday. Lady Bain, R&B sensation Lady Bain, is going to be with us here. She not only is she a great R&B singer and performer, she also has a very touching story that she's going to share exclusively with us. She used to be a Detroit police officer, and she's got a very moving story that's tied into that. She is here this Saturday night on the Jim Masters Show Live. We've got an incredible guest, Lady Bain. So Friday is Demo, that's tomorrow. Brilliant musician, singer, and actor, good friend of mine. Lady Bain is on Saturday. It's going to be another incredible show. We've got a lot planned. There's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to create these shows on a nightly basis. But loving doing it. So Lady Bain is with us on Saturday. Then on Sunday, we've got a brilliant actor, performer, and just an all-around great guy. And he's been in so many productions. Bill Nolte is going to be with us on Sunday for a very special show. And then on Monday, Michael Longoria, who was in Jersey Boys, The Midtown Men, and so many other Broadway productions and off-Broadway. The Midtown Men public television special. He's a dear friend. He's an incredible singer, dancer, performer. He's going to be here live this Monday on the Jim Masters Show Live. Then on Tuesday, Fania Williams is going to be here. She's an incredible director. She is a nationally and internationally known director, a BBC producer of television specials and films and documentaries and so much more. She's going to be live from London on Tuesday. It's going to be like midnight for her, so we really appreciate her joining us. She's here on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, Marlene Angelidis, known as a phenomenal Greek pop star who came to the United States and is an amazing rocker. And she's an amazing singer and actress and performer. And she's going to perform live. And we're going to have an amazing night with Marlene Angelidis. That's coming up this Wednesday on the Jim Masters Show Live. Also, I do want to let you know that in the coming weeks, in October, Melissa Manchester is going to be on our show. That's right, the one and only, another treasure, Melissa Manchester is going to be a guest here exclusively on the Jim Masters Show Live. Wonderful stories, beautiful music, a lot of great content coming your way on that episode. We'll keep you posted on the date of that, and it's going to be really cool. It's coming up in October. The one and only, legendary Melissa Manchester is going to be with us. Don't Cry Out Loud and all those amazing songs. The theme from Ice Castles, and she's amazing. I'm a fan of hers and all these great guests. A fan of all these amazing guests who are hopping on as our friends. And of course, tonight, Joe Coleman and Joe Blunt and Theo Peoples, they are extraordinary. If you get a chance to catch them, when they are able to perform, they are going to be in Virginia with that socially distanced performance, which is really cool. And that's the way a lot of them are going these days with the drive-in sort of situation. I think that's awesome. If you ever get a chance to catch them, you're going to love their music. They're really cool guys. We had a total blast tonight. Absolutely total blast. And thanks for all these great comments coming in. Thanks for all of the posts on Facebook. Facebook was on fire today. All the great levity on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Periscope and Twitch and on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you'll subscribe to the YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. We'd absolutely love that as we continue to grow that channel as well. Again, voicesofclassicsoul.com, the website. Awesome to have them here on the show. Let's take a look at some of these great comments that we have here. Oh, I want to mention something else as well. Now, you guys watching, if you have a suggestion for a great guest on the Jim Masters Show Live, you can send guest inquiries to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. So maybe you know somebody that is an author or an artist, or somebody that's an inspirational person, or maybe they're a brilliant chef, or somebody in sports, somebody in television, acting, whatever it may be. We're always increasing our guest base. We have a lot of people that are coming on that are friends of mine, celebrity friends, people I've known, people that I've worked with, people I've interviewed on television and radio. Some of my colleagues in the industry are also, they have guests that are coming on, which I totally value and appreciate their efforts as well. And maybe you, the viewers, and others that are watching would love to see somebody on the show. So if you have some suggestions, or there's somebody that you know that you think would make a great guest on the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series, where we're bringing back the lost art of conversation and good times and positivity. If you have a suggestion for a great guest on the Jim Masters Show live, send inquiries to the show's email address, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. We have guests. All of October is completely booked. The rest of September is booked every day. October's all booked. We're booking now into, at the time of this broadcast, which is my birthday today, 24th of September, we're booking into the second or third week of November. So again, feel free. And we would love to have everybody. And again, our YouTube channel, where we house all of the episodes of the Jim Masters Show Live, is Jim Masters TV. And if you subscribe to that channel, we encourage you to click that notification bell so you never miss an episode of our series, plus other content that we have on as well. Let's take a look at some of our comments. Again, since this is a birthday show, we're having a good time. We're enjoying our wonderful evening together. And again, I can't tell you, I really loved having all of your wonderful comments too. And I really, really love showing the guests your comments. And I'm going to go back just a little bit here. Danilo in San Diego says they are now Lovely Classic Soul Trio. That's right, Danilo. Absolutely. Celebrating the birthday continually. Thank you very much, Rini. I appreciate that. Love it. Lovity. Jennifer Barry says they are all awesome. Yes, they are. Kathleen, that was wonderful. Happy birthday again, Jim. Thank you very much, and thank you for this beautiful glass, and I can't wait to see you again. You have seen them in concert. That is fantastic, Francis. They are amazing. Carla, Milestone, thanks for being a part of our lives and for this amazing celebration. You're the best, Jim Masters. Thank you very much, Carla, in beautiful South American Brazil. I really appreciate that. That touches my heart, and that means a lot. And I'm so glad that you watch us from Brazil every night, too. And we try to bring as much fun and levity and entertainment and content as we can. Mary Bishop, that was great. My favorite show. Thank you very much. Rhonda says, yes, they are awesome. I agree. Bernadette says, I loved how sweet and witty they are, as well as being talented legends. I agree. I toast to that. We had so much fun playing off. We were teasing each other. We were having fun. What I loved about it is it's as if, I mean, they play off each other so beautifully, but it was as if we have known each other for 20 years. And, you know, it seems to be that way with all the guests. We just have so much fun on this show. I mean, we talk about deep topics and deep conversations and inspirational things, and then there's entertainment and other things, but we end up having these great conversations and so much fun. It's truly, truly amazing. I'm blown away. You know what I mean? Really, truly. It's what makes doing this show and all this work behind the scenes to put these shows together so enriching for me. And I hope it is for all of you. You see them in concert. You have almost all their CDs, DVDs. They're awesome. That is fantastic. Juanita in South Africa. They're a lot of fun. They sure are, Juanita, aren't they? And I'm so glad that you're here and you've been watching almost every night from beautiful South Africa. We love that. Cheers to you as well on the birthday here. Thank you for an amazing show. You brought back a lot of great memories. Thank you, Crystal. It was really, really a pleasure. And they spent some good amount of time with us, too. You know, a lot of times people do interviews. They do it for 20 minutes, half hour, whatever. Because I asked them, like I asked, if you ever wondered, do I ask the guests, you know, how much time do they have to spend? Does anybody have to, you know, duck out early? And Joe he was really, really funny because he said, it was Joe Blunt that said, Well, I have a plane to catch in 5 minutes. So, I mean, we have a lot of fun. I always check with the guests and ask them, how much time do you have? And do you have some time? And do you have to be anywhere? So we don't want to keep them, but they love being here and we always have a great time. So they had plenty of time and we really appreciate all the time. Jennifer Roberts says, oh, what a birthday gift. Thank you very much. And it was a blessing when you were with us on the show as well, my friend Jennifer. Loved having you here and you're welcome back anytime. Eastleigh, your new favorite word next to lovity, right? Yeah, that photo. Isn't that cool? I mean, let me see if I can pull that up again. My friend Warren, who's been in the music industry for years, radio stations and so much more. Yeah, he got me on the cover of the TV Guide for the birthday, and it's really cool. I mean, it's funny. I saw that pop up, and it's on my Facebook page, I think, too, as well. And I used to collect TV guides too when I was a kid. I used to love them, being a TV person. But let's take a look at some more comments here. That's so cool. Great birthday gift. Cute. Very cute picture. Thank you very much, Rini and Crystal. And still the same, right? Still the same. Just a kid in adult clothing, like Christopher Scott was. We were saying that yesterday. Did you watch the episode? We had so much fun yesterday. Christopher Scott, the actor and theater director and acting coach, he was on last night. Wow, did we have fun. I can't believe he still had all his Hot Wheels from childhood. Thank you, Ann. I appreciate that. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that. You guys are the best. I think you're talking about these photos, childhood photos. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That hangs up on our parents' house in Florida, that one. And Mom loves this one. My mother loves this one. And do I have a turtleneck on there? I think I do, a little turtleneck there, because I have one on tonight. Isn't that funny? How ironic. Some things never change, right? I love this time of the year because we get into sweater time, and I have a lot of sweaters. All right, let's see. Mary Bishop, Cutie Pie, thank you. And Yum, Cupcake. Cake in a cup. Yes, you've heard of that, right? Well, if there's anybody that knows about food, right there, Renee. When we did the foodie show, she wins. She wins for the most photos and recipes. Christine Clifton, too, was really, really good with a lot of great recipes from her father's cookbook. But Renee also came out with so many incredible dishes, and we're going to be making some of them here, too. We like to make cake in a mug. That's exactly what that is. After the show, I'm going to have that. And I'll think of all of you while we have it here, and we celebrate here at the house. Cake looks good, Jim. Absolutely adorable childhood photos. Pre-Mr. Lovity times. Tonight was a true gift. Thank you very much, Christine. I really appreciate that. And thanks for all the lovity, too, and sharing the links and posting as you do. Kathy Short, so many great guests to look forward to. Thank you very much. You love Melissa Manchester. Yeah, she's coming soon on the show. Absolutely. And let's see, we've got a lot of wonderful comments here. Night lights, colorful for your birthday. Yeah, maybe we can do that. Maybe we can, I know what you're talking about, the night lights. This was an amazing evening. Happy birthday, Jim. Thank you for sharing so much of your time with us. Good night. Thank you, Ann. It's my pleasure to do that. And again, I'm really having a ball doing this. I launched this show 20 weeks ago and like 140 plus episodes ago, night after night. And sometimes we've done day shows and pop-up shows and cool stuff like that. But it's just been truly amazing. I think we've built quite a community here of people who just like to have a good time and learn and have fun, and like minds. People just love life and are celebrating it collectively, and that's what this show is about. Bringing back also the art of conversation. Cool. More suggestions. Good. Love that. Excellent, Christine. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. Thank you for another evening filled with good conversation, music, and levity. They were very entertaining, warm, and enjoyable. Thanks so much. Yes, the voices of classic soul. I mean, if you take the Temptations, the Drifters, the Platters, the Four Tops, and all those years with Theo and Joe Coleman and Joe Blunt, wow, Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Don't miss them. If they, eventually come to a town near you or see them, online or what have you, they're amazing. Happy birthday toast to a great host and a great, lovely, caring man. Danilo, thank you very much. I have to credit you, Danilo. I came up with Lovity by accident. And then I said, okay, well, then all the viewers are going to be Lovities. And you were the one who said this is Lovity Hall. So I credit you, Danilo in San Diego, because you are the one who said this is Lovity Hall. And all these guests and all the viewers like being a part of this Lovity Hall. So thank you, my friend Danilo. And next time we have another foodie show, we're going to have to show some of those photos that you sent of the wonderful Filipino dishes as well, too. We probably will do another one of those shows. Good night, Jim, and enjoy the rest of your birthday evening. Thank you, Marilyn Hammond. I appreciate that, watching in Wichita, Kansas. Enjoy the rest of your birthday, Jim, and thanks for sharing it with us. Such great guys tonight. Initially, I wasn't going to have guests on this night. I was just going to have a birthday show with the cake and, have fun with you guys. But then the opportunity came to have them here on the birthday, and I thought it would be beautiful for all of us to share this birthday together with the Voices of Classic Soul. I thank them very much for being viewers of the show and wanting to come on the show and spending so much time with us. Slancha, to you as well. Thank you, Bernadette. Rhonda, cheers, Jim, and a very happy birthday to you. A toast to you as well. We thank you very, very much. Happy birthday, Jim. Could not let the night go away without wishing you a good over the next year. Thank you very much. Good night, Mr. Loverty. Happy birthday. Mr. Loverty, celebrate with family and friends. Enjoy, be safe, and be happy. Thank you very much. We're going to play a little music from the Voices of Classic Soul before we wrap. Yes, you're a cutie, Mr. Loverty. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You started early being adorable. Thank you, my friend June, watching on YouTube. Love you too. Wish we can get together. And yes, Renee's already preparing recipes for the next foodie episode. I have lots more recipes to share. We got to have a party when we can all get together in Iowa with that cream sugar corn over at the Oscom's house. We'll all bring something. Or we'll go on that Lovity cruise. Remember, you guys want us to do a Lovity cruise when we can cruise. We're looking at something for later 2021 where we all get together on the Jim Master Show Lovity cruise, an actual cruise to maybe the Caribbean or Bermuda or somewhere. A lot of you have been asking for that, and a lot of you said you want to sign up already. So we're putting those details together. We're still working on Lovity t-shirts and mugs and hats and everything. That's in the works for the Jim Master Show Live. I know you guys have been asking for that, and I appreciate that as well. Have a great birthday weekend. Great show. Thanks, Jim, and happy birthday. And just want to show you this little clip. Just got a little clip of the Voices of Classic Soul. It's just a little promo thing here that I wanted to show you guys. And then we'll come back, take a look at more comments, and get ready to wrap up. Just a little clip here. Really cool stuff, the Voices of Classic Soul. Here we go.
The timeless hit songs that became the soundtrack of our lives. The incredible voices and the undeniable soul. This is the Voices of Classic Soul, a very special live performance by former lead singers of The Temptations, Platters, Drifters, and Four Tops.
Cool, isn't that? That's just a little bit of a clip there for you. They are absolutely amazing. We've got another one here that we can share with you as well. Just get that set up here for you. Just we're doing a little behind the scenes stuff. And, well, not behind the scenes, we're on camera. Forget about behind the scenes, we're right here live. Just want to show you this. All right. Now, if for any reason Facebook knocks you off, because sometimes they do that, quickly go to the YouTube channel at jimmasterstv. They're finicky with songs and music, as they will be starting October 1st. So when it comes to music and stuff like that, we're going to be doing a lot more on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. versus Facebook. So enjoy this, and then, well, actually, let's take a look at a couple more comments beforehand. Thank you very much, Ernestine in North Carolina. Great show. Thanks, Jim. Happy birthday. Have a great birthday weekend. Thank you very much. Danilo, thank you. God bless you as well, Danilo. Thank you for all the beautiful birthday wishes. Carla, celebrating both special date tonight, of course, your birthday, and 4 months. Wow, congratulations. 4 months. I like that. A Brazilian lovity. That's fantastic. That's going to be your new nickname now. You're our Brazilian lovity. And Ramiro is the Argentine lovity, right? From Argentina, who was on the other night. Ramiro. I got a wonderful, a lot of the folks who are guests on our show sent some beautiful birthday greetings as well, and I really appreciate that. So Carla, thank you very much. That was so cool. I want more of it. Awesome show. Love their songs. Next foodie show, I will have some recipes. Thank you very much, gang. All right, we're going to do a little clip here. Again, we just want to thank the Voices of Classic Soul. One more time, we will show their website, Voices of Classic Soul. I thank you for all the birthday greetings and all the love, the lovity today. Great to have the Voices of Classic Soul on this special birthday episode. And we'll play this, and then we'll be back to say our final goodbyes. If something happens with Facebook, just quickly go over to YouTube at Jim Masters TV. That's what I suggest everybody doing. But here is the Voices of Classic Soul, little clip of Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. Enjoy.
Gets in your eyes. They ask me how I knew my true love was true. Oh, I of course replied, something here inside cannot be denied.
Incredible. Just a little preview there of what their concerts are like. Again, the incredible Voices of Classic Soul. Hope you enjoyed that, everybody. It was such an honor and pleasure to have you here on our show, joining me on the birthday episode. It was really, really cool. And hello to all the lovelies all around the world. Good to see everybody here. Boy, this hair is really getting long, huh? Look at that. Wow. I literally haven't had a haircut since March. We will, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Enjoying it. Seems to work for this show. Going to talk to some more folks here. I love interacting with all of you. Let's get our birthday cocktail here so I can salute all of you. That was incredible. So love that song. Our pleasure. Thanks for sticking around too. Linda in Florida. Great performance. Brought tears to my eyes. I don't doubt that. Yes. Claps from Crystal and Francis. Kathy, Claudia, Anne. Absolutely. I know. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. Special show, special host. Good night, all. Thank you very much, Kathleen. And Anne, you started watching on YouTube. Yes. Get familiar with YouTube, everybody. We're going to be doing a lot more on YouTube as well, especially the nights where there's music. So make sure you do that as well, because it gets a little tricky on Facebook. It's going to be for a lot of people as of October 1st with playing of any music. So we're going to be doing a lot more of that on YouTube. But we'll have our shows on Facebook as well, sort of like the non-music ones. But everything is predominantly on YouTube anyway. All the episodes are there, all 20 weeks of great shows. You can go back, you can binge watch all the great guests, the on-location segments, the specialties. We also have another website that we're building too. So some cool things happening that I'll tell you about down the line. Just teasing a little bit. All right. Good stuff. Cheers and cheers. Lots of memories tonight. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, I'm originally from New York. Yes, originally from New York. From out east on the island, as they call it. If you live in New York, you call it the island, Long Island, for out east. Yes, good guess, Carol. Born in New York on Long Island. Yep. And we have family all over the country. We have family in Canada and Europe as well. My father's side comes from New York, mother's side from New England, and then, of course, originally Europe. All right, gang, just looking at all these great comments. Thanks for all of the levity again, and thanks for making this a very special birthday show. This was a lot of fun, a lot of work behind the scenes with everybody here to put this together and have it, run smoothly and make sure that everything worked technically with the show. We really appreciate it. Thanks for all the love, the comments, the texting, the calls, the Facebook messages, the tweets, the private messages, the Instagram, Twitter, the whole kit and caboodle. Appreciate that. And again, one more time, Voices of Classic Soul. You guys are truly, truly the best and made a really nice birthday. And we're going to be celebrating all weekend long, which is going to be really nice, family, friends. All right, I know. Don't you want to reach in and grab a slice of that birthday cake, Francis? Have a good night, everybody. Cheers. Out east. And it's not in Long Island, right, Francis? It's on Long Island. Absolutely. Good night, all lovelies. Thank you for joining us at the Lovity Hall, officially. You're from Long Island as well. Wow. Yes, I originally from Long Island. Beautiful stuff. And now I'm here in southern New England. Still on the water, still on the coast. I love the coast. Good night, Jim. Looking forward to tomorrow's show. And you as well. Jim, many special wishes for a very happy birthday and many more. Love, Francis. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Juanita, enjoy the rest of your birthday. Steve, Jim, wasn't that funny? Steve, you caught that, right, with Joe? He was razzing. He did that on purpose. Again, these guys are funny. I love that. He said Steve and Jim. And who am I singing to? I think that was awesome. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for letting us celebrate the birthday with you. Thank you very much, Renee. It's so special to have all of you. This is the very first birthday that I've celebrated with all of you. Very first one. And it was tremendous. 2 hours and 20 minutes of fabulous birthday celebration and conversation. I wish I could share some of that cake in a mug with you guys. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your birthday, Jim. Thank you very much, Mary. Christine? No, that's right. Exactly. Just let the locks flow, right? Just got home. Want to hop on and say happy birthday. Thank you very much. You would love this episode, Karen. I know you. So make sure you go back in the archives because I know you like to watch this. We had the Voices of Classic Soul on tonight, and it was amazing. We had Joe Coleman and Joe Blunt and Theo Peoples, originally from the Temptations, Four Tops, Drifters, and Platters. They sang on the show. They even sang Happy Birthday. And it was really just very cool and very amazing. And we had so much fun and great conversation, too. We learned about some of the behind the scenes. A lot of laughs tonight. A lot of laughs. And it was really, really terrific. Thank you again, Renee. And thanks to all of you as well. Good stuff. Good stuff. Appreciate it. All right, gang. So we toast all of you. Again, we have great guests starting tomorrow night with Demo, who's going to be here. An incredible musician, singer, and performer. Just want to show you. He's here tomorrow night. And Lady Bain is on Saturday. She's a phenomenal R&B sensation. Brilliant actor and performer. Bill Nolte's going to be here on Sunday. Can't wait for that episode. Michael Longoria from Jersey Boys, Midtown Men, and so much more. He's a brilliant singer, actor, dancer, performer. He's going to be here Monday. Vanilla Williams, the brilliant, internationally known director, BBC producer of films and shows and documentaries and so much more. She's going to be with us on Tuesday. She's wonderful. She's going to be live from London. And again, Marlene Angelides is going to be with us on Wednesday. She's a brilliant, brilliant singer and actress, a Greek pop star who moved to the United States and is a phenomenal U.S. rocker and so much more. And again, coming soon, Melissa Manchester is going to be joining us here on the show. One more salute to the Voices of Classic Soul. We thank them very much for joining us tonight and gracing us with their presence and their voices and their comedy, too. It was really awesome. Jim, a very special and spectacular birthday show of terrific conversation, music, and celebration all together. Thank you very much, gang. Love it, love it, love it. And all of you. What an awesome way to celebrate your birthday. Thanks for sharing with us. Thank you, Mary Brandenburg. It was a pleasure as well. And I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. You're originally from Long Island and transplanted to Maryland. Still have lots of family there as well, as do we. As do we. And in Connecticut and Massachusetts and Missouri and Florida and California, and we have a lot of family. My mother's the youngest of 16, so on her side of the family, we have a lot of family. And my father's side as well. All over the country, Canada, Europe. Glad you had a good birthday. Great show. Thank you, Claudia. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's good to, I love the interactivity of this show. So we're going to wrap up, right? Oh, you didn't see the friends. I have to show the cast of characters that everybody loves. Gilligan, we're going to work in reverse order this time. Gilligan is here. Gilligan says good night, of course, courtesy of the beautiful and wonderful Dream of Denver, our fabulous friend who sent this. A beautiful birthday gift. Aloha, Jim, Dream of Denver. Of course, wife of legendary Bob Denver and brilliant actress herself and radio station owner. Love her. Can't wait to have her back on. And Jimmy's here. I know you guys love these characters. That's why we show them. Jimmy's here. There you go. There's Jimmy. He says hello. He waves to you as well. There you go. You got to laugh, right? You got to smile. Not many people would do all this for you. But we do. We go the extra mile. Silver's there. He says good night. Again, we usually show these in the beginning. We're working backwards. I got to remember the order. Jeannie's here. She says good night. She's in there. Normally she'd be blinking at you, but she fell asleep. So she's sound asleep. Well, she's not asleep yet. She's going to go to sleep as soon as I wrap the show. One more Can you guess who's next? Who's the last one? One more. George. George says goodnight. He had a great time on the birthday with his tuxedo and his cigar and his red hanky and his bow tie. Good stuff. Class act. George Burns here as well. Good night, gang. That's a wrap. Thanks for all the birthday love. I really appreciate it, and all the great comments. And hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Wherever you're watching from around the world, it's always a blessing and always a pleasure to have you here on the Jim Masters Show Live. So our birthday celebration is going to continue throughout the weekend. I've been told. I'm not making that executive decision. I've been told that's what's happening, so that's kind of cool. So we'll be celebrating throughout the weekend. It's kind of cool because it's a Thursday, so we can sort of extend it into the weekend, you know? So that's what I've been told we're going to be doing. So did you have a good time tonight, everybody? I certainly hope you did. This was a blessing. This was a pleasure, and every show certainly is. So great guests coming up. Good times coming up as we continue to build this amazing community here live every night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, worldwide on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch. Hello to everybody on Periscope and Twitch tonight, too, at Jim Masters TV. Have a good night. Love you all. A couple of last-minute comments coming in here, as always, and we love it. Good night, Mr. Levity. Good night, Levity. You too, Linda. Odell in St. Augustine, Florida. Carla, I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Masters for this lovely boy. Again, all the best, Jim. See you Friday night. More celebration. Wow, what a beautiful thing to say. You know, it's interesting, Carla. You know, we talk about in my industry producers and executive producers and associate producers. Well, I have always referred to my mother and father as my executive producers because they produced me. So they're the executive producers. And my sister and all as well. They're her executive producer. Cool stuff. Beautiful sentiment, and I really love it. Carla, there, our Brazilian lovity. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Renee, you as well. Stay safe and well. Bernadette, you as well. You're now eating birthday cake with chicken? Oh, okay. I love that. Good night to all, and you as well. All right, gang, this was a lot of fun. I mean, we can go into the wee hours of having lots of levity like this, but thanks to everybody for being here. Our birthday show, really, really a beautiful evening. Exceeded my expectations. Thank you, Claudia. Good night, everyone. Francis, very nice time enjoying with you and a neighbor who stopped by who's watching. Hello to you, the neighbor. Welcome to our show, neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor? Now, who said that? Mr. Rogers. And now his parents are going to watch. Fabulous. Tell him to watch us on YouTube at Jim Masters TV and subscribe to the channel if he's on YouTube. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm going to do that right now. I'm actually standing. Good night, Jim, the birthday boy, and Levity Hall friends. Levity was definitely present tonight. Enjoy the cake. And the guys from Voices of Classic Soul, Jojo and Theo, they loved seeing all the levity and feeling the levity and being part of Levity Hall as Levities now. Good night, everyone. Okay. And here comes another comment. Good night and God bless. Beautifully said, my friend Kathleen in New York City. Love you too. We will see you soon, I hope. Maybe go out to dinner, hopefully, when we can. I know. Boy, look at all these. I'm just looking at these comments. Good night, all. All right, gang. We're going to wrap. Didn't I say that before? I always say that, and then we end up having... Thank you, Soraya. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Glad you watched and enjoyed the show tonight. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. God bless. See you next time, and have fun continuing your celebration. Your wish is my command. We shall. We shall. Thank you very much. Okay. Love you all. Thanks for sharing in the birthday celebration and all the music, levity, and fun tonight with our special guests, the Voices of Classic Soul. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with Demo and then Lady Bane on Saturday and all the rest of the amazing guests, all the fun, all the levity, and good times together here in this wonderful community that we've created together on the Jim Masters Show Live. every night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. 2 more comments. Night, Jim Bob. Now you're talking Iowa. Iowa speak. You got it. XOXO. You too, June. Thank you very much. All right, gang, from all around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, young and old, from all around the world, we say good night. Once again, thank you for joining me on my birthday and making it extra special. Thanks to my beautiful and loving family, my friends, colleagues, associates, viewers, loveties, everybody that's in my world. Really appreciate all of it. And it's made it extra special, especially in this interesting year that we've all been experiencing. To have you guys there with all of us is really a beautiful thing every night. And if you're watching this later in the archives, it's beautiful as well. Good night. And if you missed the show, just watch it in the archives at YouTube. They're all available in YouTube. All right, we're going to go. Got that chocolate cake in the mug there, too, that I got to polish off. I'm going to probably heat it up a little bit. It was hot when it was made, and we're going to heat it up just a little bit so that sort of chocolate, like fudge on top. Well, I'm going to make you guys hungry. We're going to have to do another half hour talking about food. So I won't do that. I won't tease you because I know what happens with this crowd. If I start talking food, everybody's going to start chiming in about their food that they love. So I'm just going to heat that up a little bit so that fudgy top will be warm with the cake underneath. You guys know what I'm talking about. We'll see you tomorrow. If you're not here tomorrow, have a wonderful day. We'll catch you on the next one. And again, you can see all the episodes in the archives at jimmasterstv. Is there another comment? Yeah. I know, because if I don't, you're going to start coming out with all the recipes. And we don't want to have to put you to work, Renee. You've already probably cooked the dinner and everything tonight, I'm sure, and put all the dishes away. Yes, I know you guys well. Here we go, see? Food, great. I knew it. Uh-oh, I better have to wrap quick. Chocolate molten cake on the cruise. Yum. That sounds good. I've got some in the mug there. We're going to heat that up. All right. I think I did. Did I do this already or not? I think I did. Love one another. Take care of one another. Breathe. Be well. Did I do this already? I know I showed the guys. Anyway, well, what the heck. You can never relax too much. Take care of one another, love one another, be well. You have a great night, everybody. Or good day if it's you're watching in Australia and New Zealand. Vanilla ice cream on top. See, this is the foodie crowd. I knew it. Yes, that's going to go right on top of that cake, chocolate fudge cake thing in the mug. Can't wait to have it. All right, gang. We shall see you tomorrow. Thanks for being with us. Love you all. On the Jim Master Show Live. It was really cool tonight. Really, really cool. And I'm almost wrapped. Cherry and yummy. We better go or Renee's going to start cooking again. All right, Soraya, thank you very much. With pecans. I don't know if there's any pecans here. I know we have peanuts and walnuts and cashews, but I don't know about pecans. Now I'm getting hungry. All right, gang. Once again, we'll see you tomorrow, all right? And if you celebrated a birthday today or somebody that you know did, happy birthday to them as well. There are several people who have celebrated birthdays. September is a busy birthday month. My 2 days from now is one of my best friends in New York's birthday. Then my brother-in-law's birthday is over the weekend. Then my godson and nephew's birthday is next weekend. So we have a stretch of family and friend birthdays this week. Busy week of birthdays and celebrations. Chocolate syrup on that fabulous dessert. Turn it around for you to read. Relax. Time for you to enjoy your desserts. I love that. Well, I love that. That's a good idea. Cool Whip. Oh, my God. Yes. Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Good night, gang. Love you all. We're going to fly out of here, fly out of Dodge. We shall see you tomorrow. All right? Good night. Thanks for reporting for duty, as always. You guys always make it a treat. Your daughter's is next Tuesday, so she's a Libra like me, craving balance and harmony. Remind me, and maybe we can sing her happy birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday to you. It's cool to have the birthday. I'm always singing happy birthday to everybody else, so it's cool to have it sung to me tonight. And I know you guys were singing along. I saw some of that. Good night, Jim Masters. Thanking you for your time this time till next time. With the longest goodbyes known to man and womankind, I think, with all the comments coming in. All right, get something to eat. Grab a snack, because I think we're all hungry. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, take care. And if Jen is still there, Jen, here's your time. The Jim Masters Singers and Orchestra are queued up, right? You guys queued up? Okay, they're queued up. They're going to perform the outro theme music here on the Jim Masters Show live series. So Jen and Zen can start dancing, and Soraya will be having ice cream. All right, well, Jen dances to the theme. Soraya's going to have ice cream, and we are going to say good night. And thanks for joining me on my birthday. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you all. Bye-bye.